welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, what am I doing? Okay. So this is, where to start? So Sub Tuesday is something I do for my Twitch subscribers. Those are paid members and Prime members on Twitch who they get to choose what I play. So I pick one of my subscribers out of a drawing and they get to choose what I play for the day. And it's often a very janky, silly thing. They get to make me do whatever nonsense they want to. Well, on this particular Tuesday, they wanted me to kill my opponent with Nixilius, the Hate Twisted. So that's what we decided to do. So what we have here is a combo deck that uses Smothering Tithe and Emergency Powers to make a bunch of treasure and keep casting cards like Emergency Powers over and over. And when we get out an Nixilius, the Hate Twisted, they take damage every time they draw those 7 cards. So if we get to cast Emergency Powers 3 times, Nixilius kills them. Now, what happens more often is Nixilius comes down, kills a creature, the opponent draws 2 cards, they take 2 damage. Then the 2 copies of Emergency Powers, that's 14 damage, so that's 16. So then we have to find like 4 more damage somewhere, and that's why we have a few other cards in the deck. Chart of Course is in there, Oath of Kaya's in there, Overflowing Insight's in there, Induced Amnesia is in there to just get us a little bit of extra damage to get us over the edge. And of course we're a Mastermind's Acquisition deck as well, because why not? Once you start masterminding in best of 1, it's hard to go back. And Mastermind's Acquisition lets us access a whole bunch of nice answers in the sideboard, as well as pieces of our combo, which is kind of more likely, to be honest. We spend much more time using Mastermind's Acquisition to get pieces of our combo and just kill the opponent, but sometimes you need to go to the sideboard. Teferi Time Raveler is in here as a way to keep counter decks from countering your stuff. Psychic Corrosion is an alternate win con if the opponent gained 1,000,000 life and it looks like you can't do the job with Nixilius. We also have another Nixilius if the opponent takes out the other ones. For example, if the opponent unmoored Egos your Nixilius and they exile 3 of them from your main deck, you can Mastermind's Acquisition and still get the one in the sideboard. Fun. And then we have an Omniscience to let us totally combo without mana, which that can be wild. And yeah, just a bunch of other stuff. But it's a big mana deck. It functions as a control deck in the mid game using Cry of the Canarium, Kaya's Wrath, and even Sailor of Means as speed bumps. And then it just goes nuts. And I think you'll enjoy watching it. The games I played on stream were amazing. Let's see if we can live up to the hype and go get some games in. Whoa, this hand is really silly. I probably shouldn't keep it. Alright, we might draw a Thought Erasure off the top, so let's play the Godless Shrine first, so the Glacial Fortress can make it so we don't have to shock to play it. Alright. Well, if the opponent does absolutely nothing, combo's gonna be rolling. That's a thing. They did a thing. This is bad. Sailor. We got a blocker. We've got a blocker and we've got a clue, but if we sack this now, Mastermind is probably just off to get a land, which doesn't really make progress. Zertog Goblin? Okay, we're exploring Gruul, but we're exploring Gruul with all green mana so far. Weird. But yeah, I really want a good land off the top. Sweet. Ooh, do we just fire up Ob here? What do we get? If we tutor, it seems like getting a Wrath is a really good play. Firing up Ob and killing our opponent's Wildgrowth Walker and letting them draw 2 cards, this seems a little too early for that. Alright, I'll shock. And let's search our library for a card. I could go get the Tithe. Just play the Tithe and get that going. Or I could get a Wrath and make sure I live long enough to play the Tithe. Let's do this proper. We're here to jank. We're not here to do stuff like survive. If our opponent has another Jade Light, this is so bad. But I guess I have another Masterminds. Block skis. Please have nothing else. Please do nothing now. Okay, that's... Alright, I can live. Ooh, hello. But we're going to get this going, because the sooner that gets going, the better. Would you like to pay for me not to treasure? That would make them do nothing with their turn, which would open up a nice window to Kaya's Wrath. Ooh, it's a tough decision. My opponent may not have a big thing to do with their turn. Or they might be thinking about, hey, they might wrath me anyway, so I may as well pay and avoid the treasure. Instead, treasure it is. Stomping ground. Domri! Oh no!
It's a beautiful day for chaos.
It's a lot of damage. The opponent can kill my Sailor Amines too with the fight mechanic. But they're not going to. I'm actually really grateful for that. And what's the red mana going to do? Maybe I shouldn't be so grateful. Oh, Lava Coil, Sailor meme's broken. The meme dream is done. Here comes the beating. Down to 3. Another Sailor off the top. I believe we wrath this. Let's see if we get our mana to go higher. Oh, our opponent's paying. Now, do they have a hasty thing like a Gruul Spellbreaker that's just going to kill us? They're going to shock. What's it gonna be?
Oh, have at it, boys.
Chandra. Okay. Okay.
What? My hair is on fire? I know. Let's light it up!
Yes! Exiling the Spellbreaker, that would have been lethal. Okay. What do I do? I've got 6 mana. The opponent paid last turn. I really want to get the Ob Nixilius down, but it doesn't do anything here. There isn't many ways for me to live, but I could Sailor Means. I could also Mastermind's Acquisition for the land, for the emergency powers, but this sort of generates that anyway and gives me a blocker if the opponent pulls off another Spellbreaker. Ugh. Oof. This is scary. Here comes the Chandra.
There's no problem. Fire.
It's a land. So is there something else in the hand that can get me? Lava Coil my Sailor, sure. He's out of there. What else you got?
Nothing disgusts me more than law and order.
That's lethal. If the opponent selects haste, they do. Ah! I feel like we were so close and came up like a land short. Lots of shock lands, but lots of castable spells. On the draw, we'll see what happens. Nice. Nice to draw a land that doesn't hurt me. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. And Merfolk Branchwalker revealing Collision Colossus. Probably a good idea to put that in the graveyard when you reveal it. It's not much of a combat trick, not much of a surprise. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'll take the Steel Leaf because our opponent now has to draw exactly a red source for their hand to turn on. And I don't need another shock land. Oh my goodness. They are out for blood. God, why? Why? Why do you do this to me? I play this, they simply play another one. If I play the Sailor and they don't kill it, I start absorbing more damage over time. Gonna need a Wrath off the top, though. Okay. I guess they really hate that Sailor. At least it absorbed that damage. But what a gross top deck. Alright, Oath. Take the Oath. Get me some time. I wonder if we should chart a course here. Probably, right? I don't have much time. So anything we can do to draw into the Wrath effect now is better. The fact that they're thinking is weird to me. Yeah. And top decker dead. Whoa. Well, hello. It does suck that I have to shock to do it. That's what I got for playing the Charter course last turn. And then I'm dead anyway. Not cool. Not cool, man. Dead to the hasty Gruul Spellbreaker in their hand because I'm at 3. Not even cool. Alright, we got a map. Whatever. Everything just kind of works out when you have the hand smoothing algorithm feeding you hands with 2 to 3 lands and a whole bunch of castable spells. That's good. Drawing more land is very good. Our opponent opens with a Steam Vents. I wonder what we're up against this time. I might want the Upkeep Scry here. I think what I want with the map are land. I think I just want more land. I want to play my Smothering Tithe and live in peace. Sure. Did it. Do I keep going? Well, I really want to play the Tithe next turn, though. Grrr. Grrr. What do they take? What do you take? They know I'm up to some janky stuff, but how do you know which piece to take? Anything you take gets shuffled back in eventually. So it's just about being disruptive. Probably the Tithe then. I don't think they can remove it. Being Grixis, they just, like, what do they do about an enchantment? Probably nothing. They picked the Kaya's Wrath. Okay, they have a Thief of Sanity. They got a Thief of Sanity. So, I play a land, I play a Tithe. Makes a treasure. Flip that. I can flip this next turn and Mastermind, so I think I can kill a Thief if I need to. Draw. Tithe them. So they're not going to pay, which is going to let me keep my map moving, and the next turn I can flip it for the little burst of mana. Oh. Okay. You just want to be the god of Kefnet. Alright, that's even better than Thief, because I can let that sit on the battlefield, and it won't, like, ruin me. Late with that. I'm always very late with that, you notice? Alright. What we got? So, do I Mastermind? And if so, what do I get? I could Unmoored Ego my opponent's Thought Erasures to make sure I get to go off. That could be fun. Could go get Nixilius so that we can just play that next turn. But how do we not get, like, countered, right? I guess I should go get Teferi. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, yeah. I think that's it. I think that is by far the best thing I can do. Outside the game. Teferi. Pay up. This way they...
I know my responsibility. This might be a bad idea.
So now they have to play their other Kefnet, or they have to deal with the Teferi to even have a counter or something open. I guess they could still Thought Erase me. That would probably be the worst. But forcing them to play at sorcery speed should let me do my thing. There's Bolus. Alright, we're gonna do our thing.
Have a few openings for more minions, if you're interested.
Oh boy, minions. I love minions. Minions are great. What you gonna do with your Bolus? What's Bolus up to? What party is Bolus throwing today? So and targeting the... Wait a minute. Oh, you're bouncing my Tithe with Teferi's ability. Sniff. Nifty little move there, Bolus.
I am omnipotent.
Don't
All
worry.
right.
I got this.
We'll play this again. We'll pay 2 life and play this, and we'll put stops around our opponent to thought erase them in their draw step. So they get their card. Let's resolve the tithe trigger. See if the opponent wants to pay it or not. And then before the end of their draw step, we thought erase them and take away something that messes with us. But nothing here really messes with us. I guess the disinformation campaign is annoying, and the discovery dispersal bounces the tithe again. So let's take the discovery dispersal and then take the disinformation campaign. But I think the opponent will activate Bolus first. Yeah, we do have to take the disinformation campaign, though. Actually, if the opponent plays the campaign, we'll just discard the thought erasure. That way we don't have to sacrifice our treasures. So yeah, we'll take the dispersal. This can go to the graveyard. We can at least hope for a better draw than that. The opponent will get a shot here with their Bolus. They'll try to draw like the perfect card off the top. And we have to exile something on the battlefield. We can't exile from our hand, or the opponent can make us discard this with that. So, what are we exiling? I think a treasure makes sense.
I have other schemes to witness a mote of my power.
And the opponent drew a card, so we get one right back. That's kind of a good counter to the Bolus plus making you sack a thing ability, is you just keep on getting more treasures. And now the opponents all face up. They drew a land. And we trigger the tithe again. And the opponent's just hoping to hit a thought erasure here for the emergency powers. Oh my god, they did! No way. What is happening to me today? Okay. Okay. Hob. Sure.
I've got time.
At thought erasure off the top, you guys. What?
I may look like a demon, but I have the heart of a warlord.
The heart of a warlord, eh, buddy? We shall see. Man, I can't believe that top deck.
Suffer the dreams of the damned.
Field of Ruin can take out our treasure cove. Probably should. Let's see if the opponent goes for it. They pretty much need to slow down our card drawing. That's like the big step 1. We're empty-handed, and they have a Bolus.
I will return. You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
The Ob is going to damage them, though. For every card they draw. Oh, they're paying. They're starting to pay mana for the tithe. That's interesting.
It is just a small headache.
Here comes the field. Here it comes. All right. We're living off the top now, my friends. Would be a horrible time to draw like a Wrath. Be a great time to draw another Emergency Powers or Mastermind's Acquisition or Overflowing Insight. Induced Amnesia, not so much, although it would deal a lot of damage to my opponent. Oh, yay, land. That's how we do it. Plus it up.
Let's
Play it out.
this.
Say go.
Try not to think too hard.
I'm trying. But I am thinking pretty hard. It's like this is tilty. We're getting tilty again. Any -3 the Bolus does will kill it. So if the opponent has another Bolus, they're doing all right. But if they -3, like, if they just plus it, that's pretty good for us. At least we get an extra card next turn with Teferi, potentially.
schemes have been... My schemes are never ending.
I think he was going to talk about his schemes twice there.
Knowledge is not without price.
Yeah. Okay. Did it. Can kill that and make our opponent draw 2, or we could bounce it and draw 1. I'd rather draw a card myself.
Here we go.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. What's the take? Probably the bolus. It's less to think about. The information campaign lets my opponent get deeper in their deck and keep drawing cards. So is Chemister's Insight. They do have to do it on their main phase. God Eternal Kefnet's pretty meh here. I mean, if the opponent just plays a bolus again, though, it's not terrible for me. What is the take? I guess bolus, though, I do have to deal with. Because now the opponent's going to tick down their bolus to kill one of my planeswalkers. Oh my gosh. Top of my deck so mean. Top of my deck is so mean.
I am your inner demon.
Come on. Come on. Where's emergency powers at? Come on.
I know all there is.
Okay. And now you're going to thought erase away my tithe.
Of the damned.
How uncool. How completely uncool. You're fired. Nobody likes you. Alright, that's something we can kill with the Ob.
I even the weak serve a purpose.
Have cards.
It is just try not
Down to
think
8.
too hard.
Our opponent is down to 8.
Here goes nothing.
Knowledge is not without price.
So going all the way back to that turn, if I had chosen to Thought Erasure the campaign and save my 2 treasures, then the opponent wouldn't have been able to top deck that Thought Erasure. I valued having the mana to try to continue the combo over like a random card off the top, and it really got me. It got me, you guys.
All the cosmos are mine to control.
Feels bad. Whoa, what did we do? Oh. Okay. That doesn't matter, though, against a fairy. The Dreadhorde General's here.
I am the master here.
Opponent is at 7, and when we blow this up, they draw 3 cards. 1 from Liliana and 2 from Nixilius. That's down to 4.
Rise.
Hold on. We definitely need the upkeep stop here. Alright, another land to the bottom. Another land to the bottom. What the hell? Draw! What do you do? Alright.
Your bones will read as
More cards for you.
Waste not, want not.
Down to 4.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Armies marched and soldiers
Down to
died.
3.
Try not to think too hard.
Close as it comes, I think. But our opponent with access to all these cards, let's hope every single one of them is a land or a target creature removal spell. Oh. No! No! Stop it! Quit it! Don't! Alright, we still have Teferi, though. Still has the Teferi.
I will wipe your bloodline. Let your weak minds crumble.
Uh-huh. Here's another Zombo.
Good mindless minion.
We got them down to 3. We still have an ob in the sideboard, and it is lethal. If we pull a mastermind and ob out of the deck or the sideboard, it's lethal here. Remember, the opponent can't play anything at instant speed as long as we have Teferi. Alright, upkeep. Scry. Come on. Oh my god. So many lands on the bottom of the deck. Let's have a quick, slow rolling look. Alright, off the top. Draw. Sailor of Means. What do? Not much. Just dies to the whatever the opponent's up to. I could give up Teferi to bounce and draw a card. I don't think that's going to be good enough. Yeah, I think I keep my Teferi around so that if I draw the right thing, I can go off through my opponent's nonsense. And we play the Sailor. And we're still trying to hit the lottery and draw like a big high impact card. The top of the deck has kept it close, but I feel like it's been far from kind. Not quite the thought erasure our opponent drew, which, in hindsight, I would have denied them if I could have. And the opponent finally gives up their Bolus to get rid of Teferi. So much yelling. Another zombie.
This looks like a fun new toy.
And just feel it all slipping away. The opponent wouldn't make a play like that unless they had another Bolus or another, or counter spell. I think they've got a counter. I guess I could try to draw a Thought Erasure first. If they have one counter, that beats it. Ooh, they might counter the Tithe. If they counter the Tithe, I can Mastermind for but I'm 1 mana short. 1 mana short. What then could I Mastermind for? The Liliana's about to wreck me. Well, then I should play as if they don't have the counter then, right? Because I could Mastermind and buy another turn. And they've got to have the counter. Otherwise, they wouldn't kill the Teferi. They have to have the counter. So they're going to counter this. Then we're going to Mastermind for like the Elder Spell or something. Take out the Liliana. Give ourselves a chance. If they have 2 counters, there's nothing I can do. That's just sad life. Okay, Chemister's Insight in response. They left the mana up. They let that resolve from outside the game. It's resolving. They didn't have the counter? I can't believe that to be true. All right. Elder Spell. I could have gone for lethal. But I was just sure that they had a counter. And if they have it anyway and they timed well, good for them. All right. This is too bad. I should have gone for lethal, I guess. I mean, they hadn't played a counterspell all game, but they were acting as if they had one, and they did a good job of acting. Without a question. Without question, their acting was superb. Okay. They're afraid of a hasty attacker of some kind. And off the top, a frickin' land. What's the card? Another Tithe? Oh my goodness. Well, I had the cards to win. I definitely had the cards to win and didn't play it perfect. The opponent says good game. They can now attack for lethal. So, indeed. Indeed. Nice freaking job. I'm so mad at myself, though. I guess they could have... If they had a way to kill their own creature in response to me using the Ob, I guess that would have saved them as well. Like Vraska's Contempt their own Kefnet in response. Alright, it's a good opener. The Isolated Chapel enters the battlefield tapped because we don't have a swamp or plains, so we will lead with that. Treasure map can hopefully help us put together a quick Smothering Tithe, put together, and then, you know, good things. I think that the big problem we had in the last one was not a card like Treasure Map to provide a big mana boost so that we could do all the things we need to do. Oligarch, 2/1 Vigilance. Oh, look at that draw. Sayla. Sayla, baby. Get in there. Shut that stuff down. Good old 1/4. So I really want to make sure I Smothering Tithe next turn, so I don't think I want to work on the treasure map here. It would be great, of course, if I just drew the land. Oh, Priest. Priest is obnoxious. But the opponent not willing to trade off the Oligarch body. Land off the top, like a boss. Let's get this thing cooking. If they pay, they're going to have a hard time with mana in other places developing their board. That's why a quicker Smothering Tithe is always a better Smothering Tithe. It doesn't smother much if you do it in the late game. It smothers aggressively early. Yeah, give me them treasure. Give me them treasure. We'll also need them to cast Kaya's Wrath because of the basic island that's lingering here. Cruel Celebrant, uh-oh. This could hurt. How many more critters you got? If they have one more critter, that's really good with Priest, and here we go. The nonsense commences. We're gonna have to blow up that board. So the opponent wants to sacrifice both of these, so it really doesn't matter what order or when they use the Priest here. They're tanking on it anyway. If they attack, I'll block for sure. So, may as well just sack them now if that's what you're going to do, which I think is 100% their plan. Yep. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. I know there's a resolve all button. I'm enjoying it. Clicking through for fun and profit. Alright, but do they want to pay for the tithe? They have the 2 mana. Nope. They have something else they want to do with their mana, which, great. Play more things. Nice. I may as well. I mean, if I mean it, I may as well say it. If I may as well, or if I say it, I may as well emote it, is I guess what I should say. Double powers, don't need that. Just need 1. What? Okay. Pew, 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 pew. No, thank you. Now that's still gonna sting. All right, this time we'll show off the power of the Resolve All. Get that out of here. So, do you pay? Heck no, they don't pay. All right, Orzhov Enforcer takes to the battlefield. Another little afterlife critter, followed by another afterlife critter. Sure. All right, let's scry it up. Do we want you? So I'm probably going to flip this map regardless, right? And then it's power time. I guess having a land does save me. I don't want to pay the life, though. I'm going to try to do better. And I missed the upkeep. That's just what it is. Let's transform here. I'll just play a land after I emergency powers. I'll probably draw one that's not a shock land. So we do this during the main. Shuffle up and deal so that we get the trigger, so that we can play Smothering Tithe. Then this one sees all those emergency powers activations and makes a whole bunch of treasure. All right. Oops. 8. Well, I could Mastermind's Acquisition for something to keep the party going. Some way to draw more cards, I suppose. But for 4 mana, there isn't much. So let's instead go with blue, black, Thought Erase. Make sure the opponent can't straight up kill me somehow. Revival Revenge. Half my life. I guess I'll take that away, because everything else is just critters. And against just critters, Cry of the Canarium's a pretty good card. Don't know if you heard. Alright. So in this case, I'll take the 3 damage. The opponent will play out their stuff. I'll cry them in Masterminds and maybe Tithe next turn. We'll see how much mana we want to use. And we'll set up our next emergency powers. We didn't hit it so that we could just keep going and going, which sometimes you get to do with this deck. But now you know why Thought Erasure is in the deck too. You gotta, oftentimes after an emergency powers, you need to take the card that will wreck you. Here they come. 8 life. Can the opponent find some creative way to drain me out? Here's another priest. And the oligarch, yes, yes, good. Play more. More. Play more. Don't stop. Yes. All right, let's see if there's is it scoop time? All right, your turn. So much Tithe. And the opponent's at the point where they're not paying mana, even though they probably could. They're just like, nah, not paying. Not paying for it anymore. They've had enough of the tax man. The creatures are still coming. But I think this time going off is going to be much more likely to succeed. Alright, land off the top. Does enter untapped. Tap carefully because of the treasure cove. We're going to want to use it at some point. Search your library for a card. Emergency powers is what we are looking for. There we go. Where's the rest of them? There they are. I don't know how they decide how to sort this deck. Alright. White, blue, blue. Like I said, we may need to use the treasure cove after we cast this if we brick off too hard. So, here we go. Nix is there, but we did brick pretty hard. This is not particularly great. Hopefully the opponent knows how to resolve all here. So we're going to have to try to use the Thought Erasures to surveil our way to another card. We might also have to play Sailor Means and target it with Nixilius to draw 2 more cards to try to keep our combo going. It's okay, we can do it the hard way. Come on, resolve all. Resolve all. That or we'll use up our opponent's timer. There's a button. It's right about here, opponent. Don't you see? Maybe they're having fun too. It is using their timer though. There's going to be plenty more where this came from too. Alright. So we'll go blue and we'll go black. We'll Thought Erasure first because we have the treasure cove for 1 more draw. Alright. More stuff. Again, I'll take this. I don't need more of that. Alright. Blue. Black. Erase. I guess I'll take your Reaper. Don't really know if it matters. Ah, Kai's Wrath. Sure. I guess I could kill the Celebrant. Then the opponent draws 2 cards. They take 2 damage. This attack can't kill Ob. I go down to 7. This takes me down to 6. But I can also play the Sailor, which can block the Celebrant. Maybe I just don't minus Ob at all. I know I want my Sailor, so let's sail. Maybe I do just want to draw the cards though, because we might be able to keep our combo going. Yeah. Let's give ourselves a chance. Overflowing Insight. Yes. I'd love to target my opponent with it, as is part of my very, very late plan. But in this case, we got a combo. And there's Powers and Mastermind. All right, so this is a little trick. We're gonna turn on. First, we're going to add some mana to the mana pool. And then we're going to turn on full control, and we're going to cast Mastermind's Acquisition. And we're going to choose to search our library for a card, but with it on the stack, we're going to cast Emergency Powers. So that the Mastermind's Acquisition will resolve after the Emergency Powers does, to make sure that we cast another Emergency Powers. All right, permanent card. I guess I'll take the land. Submit. And time is ticking. Hopefully our opponent finds resolve all this time. We're on 0 timeout, so I've got to hustle. Using full control does make it a lot harder. Hit resolve all. Come on, opponent, you can do it. It started hitting resolve. Maybe that 2x speed on YouTube, if you hit that gear and look at speed, you can pick 2x speed. Maybe this is another good time for that. I'll just be over here. What else can I do? I could probably check my email. There's my phone. Let me do some multitasking here. All right, now we search our library. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's one more Powers, right? There it is. Got it. All right. Now, I don't have time anymore to actually. Yeah, I don't have time anymore to cast Masterminds this time, so we just have to do this. Oh my gosh, it's still running the clock. How obnoxious. All right, 7 less. You. Done. You. Resolve, darn it. Our opponent just has so much life. I don't know if we can do this. Resolve all. Come on. They just have so much freaking life. I guess if I overflow myself for a Mastermind's Acquisition or a Finale. Oh yeah. No wait. I need to make them draw the cards. That's part of the problem. I guess I could get Omniscience and then use Finale if I can draw into it. Yeah, that's got to be the strategy. I just don't know if I have the time to do it. So I'll start with a chart, of course. At least see what I see. We We could also probably play the treasure map and scry just to do that. To try to make sure we draw the right cards here.
Try not to think too. It is just a small.
Oh my goodness.
Suffer the dream. Try not to think.
All right, they're at 10.
Knowledge is not without prize.
Let that go. All right. Scry gets me another look at my top card, so I don't draw a brick. I mean, it would basically be another look at another bad card, probably. So, I don't want to use up too many treasures that way. Come on now. Chart this course to something good. Alright. Land. I guess I have to do this myself. I can't kill the opponent this way. It would take them to 3. It wouldn't be lethal. So... let's go. Overflow. There's the mastermind from outside the game. Then I need to finale myself for 20. But that uses up all my treasures, right? Yeah, omniscience won't do it. I already used up all of my... how did I get myself into this position? All right, fun. Finale myself for how much? I want enough mana left to go get Omniscience with a Mastermind's Acquisition. I'm going to untap 5 lands. So I think I need to do this for like... let's do it for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, let's do that. Do you like treasure sacrifice animations? This never would have worked before a recent update where the treasures kept your timer running. So anyway, this says draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, which it certainly is, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw X cards, untap 5 lands. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. This means the party continues. Untap up to 5 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I've got 7. Now I can induce amnesia my opponent or myself. We're almost there. I think I've got it. I think I see the way. Did I just lock up the game? Okay, so we target our opponent here. It will make them exile 7 cards and draw 7, which will trigger Nixilius 7 more times. And if that works out, I have 2 more Nixiliuses here. And I'm going to make 1,000,000 more mana with Smothering Tithe. So I can play the Nixiliuses and down tick them to target the opponent's creatures, which should trigger the last few points of damage that we need. Holy crap. And again, we're on like 0 time. This is pretty tough to play out quickly. We're doing our best. The opponent's staring down the Smothering Tithes. It's scary because I'm the one who has the red screen from the timer running, and if it keeps running and goes to 0, I'm screwed. What's up? Did I lock up the game? Did I break it? It's only 28 triggers. No big deal. Just hit that resolve all. Ping, ping. What's happening? What are we doing? The opponent's alive. They touched my cards. Are we both sitting here frozen? Did I break the game? Am I game breaker? Did I hack the system? All 4 emergency powers. What a mad lad. Nothing's happening. Wah, 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 wah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Awkward. Whatever shall I do? Will this get removed? Will the editor cut it? Or do they keep these things in whenever I say editor to troll me? So the way it was going to work, I mean, I know I kind of already explained it, but we have 7. We're going to make all these treasures. So we have plenty of mana. And then we're going to play the other Ob Nixilis, minus it, kill this. They draw 2. This 7 card draw takes them down to 3. They draw 2, they go to 1. Then we play the last Ob Nixilis, minus it, kill the other one. They should be at -1. The finish line's right there, but apparently I broke the flippin' game. And I don't know what to do now. I don't want to let it go. I mean, I have access to my concede button. I don't want to do that. Let me try reconnecting. It's scary, but I think I should try reconnecting. Although, the thing is, if it was on my priority anyway, the turn would be passed and the game would probably be over anyway. Well, let's try it. I don't know what else to do. What's happening? What's gonna happen? We're going in.
Unfortunately for you, we meet in battle.
Bob is talking, and we're still here. I mean, that implies that the opponent is holding priority, but we haven't seen rope, and we haven't seen anything happening to them. How bizarre. Ding, 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 ding. Wait, what was that? Oh, it goes down here and then it, like, kind of Thanoses. Okay, whatevs. Let's go. Do something. I'm attached to this game, darn it. I'm gonna scoop. So we know we would have won. There's nothing on the line. I really just, I didn't really want to leave, but it's okay. It's not like I lost anything, and we know that we had it. The game let me down. We got bugged. Well, this was a heck of a day in the arena. I got my head smashed in and bashed my head against the wall for quite a while, and then when we finally got to combo, the game froze. That's the life of a Jank player. I'm sorry I don't have more time to record today to get more amazing games in there for you. I am a guy with a full-time job who still makes an hour to 2 hours a day to record YouTube content and try to send you the best of it. Sometimes it works out really, really well. Other times you'll get, well, the feels bads. Trust me, I'm feeling it too. But we'll be back, and there will always be more decks, and there will always be more fun to be had. So thank you for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are HauntedFlower.com and FlipsideGaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.